As I was saying, a lot of y'all probably would have been afraid, and decided to run back out the house. Say, "Oh, there's a spirit up in here," but no, mm-mm. I've lived like this all my life, so ain't nothing to be afraid of. So, so here we go. My brother was hurt. He was totally devastated. He didn't know what to do, and he trying to figure out what happened. He still couldn't understand. And a few weeks went by, and I went to wash my hands in my lavatory in my bathroom at home. And my nephew came over to me, and he said, "Old boy hit me in my chest." I said, "Old boy? Who was old boy?" You know. I said, "All right." I said, "I'm gonna call your mama and your dad, and I'm gonna tell them." Well, that's what I did. I asked him. I said, "Who is old boy?" And they didn't know what I was talking about. And my brother said, "I don't know." And my sister-in-law told me. She said, "Well, uh, Chev called one of the latest sons old boy." I said, "Oh, okay. So we need to figure out which one of them is, because he told me that he hit him in the chest." So now we know how my nephew died. He died because a blow to the chest. They thought that his heart just stopped. It was a blow to the chest. Hmm. I know. Somebody will have a problem with this and say, "You don't know that for sure." I know that for sure. Why would he have came back and told me that if it were not true? So I asked my nephew, I said, "Okay." I said, "I'm gonna go over to old girl's house." I'm just saying old girl. I said, "And I want you to show me which one is old boy." So here it is, the family done packed up. We all going over there, right? The moment that we got out the vehicle, or I got out the vehicle, and here it is, I'm going down the walkway. Uh, I see my nephew, silhouette, just going straight to the basketball, where everybody playing basketball. So I stood there a little bit, and I'm waiting to see which one he gonna point out. He didn't point nobody out, right? All right. Now they got a house full of people out of nowhere, just a house full of people. But I go in the house and people started walking around slowly and watching me and easing, and I'm trying to figure out what is all of this about, right? You know, and then by spirit, my nephew was trying to get me to go up the stairs, but I didn't go up the stairs because I know I was in somebody else's house and I needed to get approval. But I did get close enough to the steps because he wanted me to go, but I didn't go up. So when we left, we came back home. We didn't know no more than what we knew from what I told you that he told me. But I want you to know, Carmen is a mother. Carmen is a mother. My brother had moved down to the country with our mom, and he lived down there with her for about, I don't know how many months. But he went there to help her out, right? And my brother would start telling me, "Hey, such and such, I got in contact with him, that's such and such son. And yeah, his birthday is coming up, and I told him I was gonna come over there and see him. He really do like me. He wanted me to be his dad. He even tried to get me to adopt him." All right. Well, on the boy's 17th birthday, stay with me now. My brother done packed up to go, and he told me he was going over there. And at that moment, that's when the Lord dropped in my spirit, and he opened it up, and I spoke directly out and told him, I say, "Today you know who old boy is." By the time my brother got in that vehicle and I went inside my mother's house, my brother was coming back in, shaking. And I asked him, I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "The boy just died. He was killed." I said, "What do you mean?" Some more little boys was over to his house, and he had his gun on the bed. And the two little boys, young teenagers, around 13 years old, picked up his gun and was playing with it. And one of them accidentally shot him in the head because he didn't know the gun was not on safety. So when the Bible tell you, vengeance is mine, I will pay, saith the Lord, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall also reap. He means just that. As far as my nephew being born with congenital heart failure, we didn't know nothing about it. I took that as out of ignorance. I didn't know how to pray, but I prayed. And this is one of the reasons that you need to have mentors or people that have wisdom so you'll understand that. It's not so much that I didn't have mentors, but what we had was, they had set in place was that if there was somebody that was sick, that's somebody that's been in a church long time, somebody that probably in the pulpit or something, go and pray for that person because they know how to pray. Out of ignorance, I did not know that when I prayed for my brother to have a son, then I needed to pray for him to have a sound mind and a sound body. You know, that there would be no sickness, illness, or disease, infirmities, or afflictions upon him or any of his children. That he would be covered with the blood of Jesus Christ and he would come out the birth canal healthy. And that the angels of protection, God's holy angels, will be around the birth canal, making sure that all is well. So long story short, now, be careful how you pray. Make sure that you know exactly what you're going to pray for and how you're going to pray for it. Think it out thoroughly. Write it down if you have to. So you won't have to sit back and reflect as I am this day. Now, my brother is gone to be with the Lord. He left here a couple of years ago. And just so happened a few days ago from me recording this video, his wife is fighting for her life now in the hospital. She had a stroke in her sleep. But right now, we believe that she's going to raise up. Okay? But it is the will of God. So you can pray for a person all day long. But if that person don't want to live, they won't. If that person don't want to stay, they won't. They might be here for a while. But if it's in their spirit to go, they're going to leave. And there's more I can say on this. I'm glad y'all came back to watch part 2 of this. I don't know how I lost part 1. But I'm glad you came back to watch this other 8 minutes. All right? Be back again and do another reflection on my life and spirituality for you. Thank you.